everyone, it's your girl Shanice. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you are hitting the subscribe button and also turn on your bell so you get notified every time I post new videos. I also post shorts, so make sure you're watching out for that as well. Make sure you're liking and sharing all the good stuff that you need to do. Alright, with that being said, let's dive right in. We are going to be talking about the All Praise service with the man of God, Pastor Chris. First off, the first thing that came to mind, even when it was announced, was just the enormity of what Pastor was trying to accomplish and the love that you have for Christ to do something of that magnitude, of that scale for God. I talked about earlier in one of the earlier videos this year about how I've been provoked to do something unimaginable on my own, at my own reasoning, like outside of just whatever everybody else is doing in the church. But have a personal goal of something that you've never done before that you just want to do for God. Because when you think about the big people in the Bible like David and Solomon, and just the different things that they did for God, the things that nobody before them had thought to do, and back then those sacrifices were goats and bulls and all of that stuff. But now here, God is not even asking for anything like that anymore. He's asking for our praise, and so for the man of God to have the mind and have the heart for Christ, to say, you know what, I'm going to organize people. I'm going to do this for you, God. I know this is what you love. You love our praise coming to you. You love it. So I'm going to make that happen for you. And being able to pull this off is just so beautiful to me. It's something that I feel like every single one of us, we may not be Pastor Chris. You may not be Pastor Chris. I'm not Pastor Chris. But we can think of how we can honor God in a special way, in a way that exceeds everything we've ever done before, and honors him specially in a way that he will just be blessed, and he will come and visit you and say, what do you want? Because you remember that's what he did with King Solomon. So just diving right in, some key takeaways that I had. I mean, the songs were beautiful, the worship, it was all beautiful, right? And I just wanted to point out that Sister Oge, that leads, in like more than 25% of the songs that were ministered today. Just what an amazing voice, what an amazing talent to be able to use that for God, to be able to, use that gift that God has given you. I mean, not even one crack, not even one stumble, at least 6 songs that she did, and each one very beautiful. I personally was just completely transported when Pastor Saki sang Eternal Immortal God. What a beautiful voice. What a beautiful voice. There's a certain type of worship that you just know. You just know that one. Oh, God loved that one because it ministers to something within you. We are made in God's image, so there's something in you that just resonates with beautiful and exquisite, perfect worship, and perfect praise to God. I wanted to see more of Ellie J. You know, I feel like there are some songs that he writes and he creates, and you just know that there's this sweetness that it has to it. And I wanted to see more of that, but it was still just absolutely breathtakingly beautiful. Everything was done perfectly, executed perfectly, at least from what we saw. And I think, God saw it and God saw the heart behind it. And I know that it was definitely received by him. Something else I wanted to touch on, was the lifting of the hands. There was a video that we watched that talked about it. Just the mere act of lifting up your hands to God, that is beautiful. That cannot be overstated or understated. And there's some things that you know Pastor touched on that's just absolutely stirred my spirit. Absolutely, I loved it. I loved it. And I also wanted to point out that with the Rhapsody, Reach Out World extravaganza coming right up here in the next 3 days. Just the timing of that, when Pastor was talking about, how Jehoshaphat, they just had the people in the front of the army praising God, and that's all it took to win that battle. All it took was praising God. So there's something so phenomenal and magnificent, and maybe I'll spend some time talking about it in a separate video, but I wanted to keep this one short. I wanted to keep this one brief. Make sure that not only are you participating in the Reach Out World extravaganza, but you're also spreading the news about the Healing Streams live healing services happening from March 15th to the 17th. Healing is for everyone, it's everywhere, and it's free. So make sure that you are part of it. Remember, as always, to share this video, like, subscribe, all the beautiful stuff. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.